Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. Boy, do I have a Jim Dandy of a review to do today. I am so excited I finally received the new Buck 301. Yes, at SHOT Show. I believe it was SHOT Show or Blade Show. Earlier this year, Buck introduced that they were coming out with a new version of the Buck 301, and they finally released it, and I ordered it directly off of the Buck website. So I have not seen this knife. Just got it out of the mailbox. Opened it up here. There was the actual invoice in there. But let's look at this. I have not seen it yet. Let's check it out. Okay, we got our standard Buck box here. As you can see, made in the USA. There's their born on date, 6/13/25. Buck Knives, Edge of a Legend. And again, Stockman, 0301 or 301, and BLS-B. This is a blue one, I know that, and then the catalog number on it. So, pretty much your standard box there. Let's open up the knife and check it out. A little trick I learned using this little nail blade here. I love that. American flag, made in the USA. Slip under there. I'm going to do it gently. Oh, come on. Doesn't want to come out good, does it? Oh, I screwed up the box already. Anyway, try not to tear the box. There it is. And of course, you got your standard paperwork in here that you get with a new Buck knife, if I can get it out. It don't want to slide out. There we go. It explains their famous forever warranty. And there we go. I always love it. They include John 3:16 down at the bottom. Message from the Buck family. Okay, pretty standard stuff so far. All right, here she is, folks, in blue. In blue. This is my first look at this. And I love the coloring already. Before we go any further, I got a couple slides here I'm going to put up. And we'll start off with this first one here. Goes over the product specifications. Of course, pretty standard stuff here. 420 HC steel, clip point blade, sheep's foot, and spade blades. Blade thickness is 0.090. Blade length is 3 inches. Blade length, so I'm assuming that's the clip blade. Weight is 3.07 ounces. And they're calling it plastic, but they got a fancier name for this, and we'll go over the handle material here real quick. And then just the product description off of the Buck website. Again, made in the USA, heat treated, lifetime warranty. I did pay $74.99 for this knife. But in their description, it just says classic, dependable, built for everyday carry. The Stockman is a time-honored multi-blade knife that's ready for anything your day throws at you. With 3 purpose-driven blades, it's a versatile companion for the work, the outdoors, or daily utility. The 3-inch clip point blade handles detail work with precision. The 2.1-inch sheep's foot delivers clean cuts on flat surfaces, and the 2.1 spade blade is ideal for sweeping strokes or skinning tasks. Durable acetal copolymer. So that's what they're calling the plastic. It's something new here. Scales with nickel silver bolsters adds to the Stockman's traditional look and rugged reliability. Whether it's in your pocket or in your hand, the Stockman is proof that a well-made knife never goes out of style. So that's what Buck says about their new product. And this represents a change, a big change. It's been a long time since, Buck pretty much always issued their knives in the standard black Velox and the saw-cut Delrin. Now, there were limited editions, that might have come out with bone. I know Buck of the Month here a few months ago come out with a 2-bladed Stockman. So, there's been some special, but as far as their standard production, this represents a great big change from the black Velox. Okay, I'm just going to use the word plastic instead of that big old fancy 2 words that they use for this new cover material. It is nice and smooth. Of course, we do have a shield there, a different shield. They have used similar shields like this in the past, but this is the shield that we're pretty much always used to there, with the hammering on a knife, cutting a bolt. So there is a change with that. Also, we see that we have 2 cover pins there, stainless steel or nickel silver. Here's our pile side. Feels like we got really good transitions on it. Of course, Buck in around 1990 went to 3 springs, so each blade has its own spring. And the sheep's foot, the middle blade folds out and is sandwiched in between the other 2 blades. Really good that way. And it's perpendicular, so a 90-degree angle for flat cuts and scoring and such. So let's just, while we're doing this, make sure there's no change in the blade shape. Well, let me see here. So the shield's there, and the shield's there. So it's kind of folding out the opposite way there, isn't it? Well, they did change it up, because, as we can see, the main clip point folds out the same direction as the sheep's foot on the new one, and on the old one, it folded out the opposite end. Isn't that different? So there's one change. Of course, this model is from, I think 2017. Yeah, 2017. So it's using the Boss Heat Treat 420HC. So we got the same steel. Let me see that blade. Initially, it looks like it's the same blade shape. So I don't think they've changed the blade shape any. They're still hollow ground. We'll check out the sheep's foot here. That's what that looks like. Let's check out the sheep's foot on this one. Or not the sheep's foot, the spay blade. And I think it's pretty much the same blade. All right, let's check out these back springs here real quick. As we can see, we got a little bit of gapping there. Sorry, lost focus. But it looks like it's all stainless steel. There is some slight gapping there. So, but it is, there's no stepping to it. It is nice and smooth. So, check that one. Let's check this one here. You can see on this 2017 model, it's much tighter. So, we do have a little bit of gapping. Now, if you're using this for a work knife, you know, that's not going to affect anything at all. It's us collectors that worry about those little small gaps. So it does not affect the efficiency. Now, I haven't put any oil on it or anything. The walk and talk is okay. And I've noticed on some of the Buck Stockmans, they don't always have super snappy blades. That has been, I guess, my one little complaint here with the 301s and 303s. That one snapped in pretty good. But the nice thing about having the 3 back springs, or a spring for each blade, is they don't have to cant this blade. And typically you don't get any blade rub whatsoever. So, okay, this is just my initial look at this knife. I'm sure we'll be talking about it some more. It does come in 3 different colors. We've got this blue and the black and the gray. So, the pins, you can feel them just a little bit, but they're rounded over. They're not flat. What's that right there? Oh. So I'll probably get it oiled up here a little bit and look at it some more, see if there's anything else I can find out about this knife. Now that I have this knife, I plan on doing a video that basically starts from the beginning of the 301 in 1966 all the way up to present time. So I've been waiting on getting this knife so I can do that video. Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed this. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time, have a very delightful day.